Welcome back to another episode of Binge Warmers. It's your boys. I am Steven, Ultra Steven.
My name is Hoppa. We just recorded the episode of Ben 10 where he's Ultra Ben.
I am Ultra Lord.
Ultra Lord! Bow to me! The episode where he gets a massive head scared the crap out of me. He was very intimidating.
He was, and then he basically killed all his friends. Talk about Jimmy Neutron if anyone doesn't know.
Yeah.
Losers. The pants episode was scary.
Oh, it was, yeah. There's a lot of... I think the animation was kind of creepy, that CGI early animation.
He accidentally plunged the world into an ice age, and they had all the dads. They were running on the train. Or all the fat people.
Speaking of scary and intimidating, we've got Percy Jackson and Olympians.
Yeah.
And we're talking about... what was that?
Episode 4, Echidna and Chimera.
Chimera.
Before we get too much into it, hit that like button, smash that notification,
baby.
Subscribe. Comment down below. Comment questions
down below. Have you been to St. Louis?
Oh.
Do you like the
Have you
arch?
been to You know, it's like one of the top 10 most dangerous cities in the world.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Because you fall out of the arch.
We make fun of my buddy Retmo. Shout out.
The mother of monsters.
Because he lives in Springfield, which is number 2 in the world.
Is it bad?
It's bad.
Wow,
he goes,
I never would have known.
I've never seen a mugging or anything happen to me. I said, facts don't care about your feelings. Statistically, you guys have the second most dangerous city in the world, or in the country.
That's wild.
Yeah, we had a great episode. We saw...
Is it that great?
A lot of people were saying it's a filler. I don't think it's filler. Each episode can't really be a filler since it's part of a whole book.
I don't know. Look, I like the Chimera. It looks really good.
Yeah.
But I think you kind of touched on it last episode. There's not a lot to the fights.
Yeah.
I mean, he swipes at it once. Yeah. She does this weird little.
I don't even know where
maneuver.
she gets that power.
If she's that powerful, why didn't she just do that to his skull?
Well, it's a teaching moment for her kid. Is how she's presenting.
That's so stupid. But I get it, right? But maybe you do something. Maybe you practice on a lower demigod, a lesser demigod.
Well, here's the thing, right? Echidna is the mother of all monsters. If she wanted to kill Percy right then, she could have.
Why didn't she?
Because she doesn't care about killing Percy. She doesn't need glory like all the lesser monsters. She needs to teach her baby monster how to kill people, and then he can get the glory. You know?
Do we come back? Do we circle back to the Chimera, or is it just
no?
Gone? Okay, so. So there really was. If they needed to cut something, they could have cut. The movie cut this scene out.
Yeah, but it's a little upsetting because also you're teased the Chimera the whole episode, and you see him for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
it was really good. The 2 minutes we saw, you were like, "That's a really good animation."
It was funny because it turned into a little dog.
Yeah,
the mist turned into a little dog.
Yeah, you see the people on the train were seeing.
Everything's exploding.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler
alert!
Yeah,
we talked about the Chimera right off the bat.
Yeah,
at the very end of the.
Well, we'll have spoilers at the beginning. But let's just speak now or leave now or forever hold your peace. But yeah, so the people on the train are seeing this little chihuahua, which is funny. It's a bit. I like it.
It's and she keeps it in a little doggy carrier, which is funny because you just hear
yeah. And I think Echidna was very intimidating as a person. Yeah. She had this smile that didn't reach her eyes kind of smile. I think
she's a villain in the Silicon Valley show, which I kind of like. It's an HBO show.
I know she played in Lucifer, but I don't remember who she was.
She was in an episode or two. Yeah. I don't think she was
nothing important.
Yeah. But she reminded me a lot of Miriam from The Boys. Is that her name? I don't think it's not the same actress. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But she that tone, that voice, that sort of.
She knew exactly how to do what she needed to do. She was very in charge and in control the whole time.
We talk a lot about fate this time around.
Mm-hmm.
Annabeth's all got a fate boner. I would call it.
She. I like the bit where they're water heals Percy, not seawater. It's just water. So they're in a pool, splashing him after he got poisoned. Yeah. I like that bit. We get a lot of character growth with
Grumpy Grover in the very beginning.
It seemed a little forced.
It felt flat to me.
Yeah. It was he's grouchy when you wake him up. He's grouchy, and I was just
okay.
What? You were just talking about how we need to work together.
Yeah, he's never been in I was with him on a boat. You were with him in a cushy boarding school.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, not the best episode.
It's okay. I mean, episode 4, it's sort of circling the.
You're kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
You get the highs from the beginning, and then you get the highs at the end. The middle kind of has to bring you to those parts.
Yeah, and I like the character stuff was good. There's a part where in the beginning where they're in a pool. Percy's mom. It's a flashback, I think. Well, it's a dream sequence technically.
Yeah.
But Percy's mom is teaching him I'm pretty sure it's a flashback, within a dream. But Percy's mom's teaching him you need to swim
Yeah.
because your father's the Lord of the Oceans or whatever.
Yeah.
So like she was like, yeah, this is kind of dangerous, but like you need to know this because I'm not there one day.
Yeah.
Essentially, like exactly spelling out what happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is smart of her to know, hey,
yeah.
your dad's a god. We need to start preparing you for life without me.
Yeah.
You get a little, it turns from that into, well, it starts with like breathe, mom. That's what you tell me to do. And it circles back to by the end of the episode, you get that Nereid come in and say.
What was it?
A Nereid?
It's
a water spirit.
Water spirit.
Yeah.
It kind of looks cool. We don't get a whole lot of it.
Yeah,
It's
you
sort
don't
of
see a lot.
obscured.
Yeah. But it's like, breathe, trust your dad. And he breathes and he's like, oh, I can breathe underwater. It's really cool. And then it cuts. But at the end of that dream sequence, you see another that dream again, where there's this pit coming up behind you, and there's a guy talking to you, and we're led to believe that this is Hades talking to him.
I would think it was Hades if it was just me watching it,
because Hades is the big bad guy you're coming to and stuff, allegedly, but allegedly, no, we know it's actually Kronos.
Yeah.
He's in Tartarus and he's mocking Percy and all that kind of stuff.
What a great voice that guy has.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see him.
Every time he talks, it's just like, oh, I get little chills. I didn't look up who it was. I should have done that.
We probably should have looked that up.
That's fine.
Well, they may not be mentioned in the credits yet because it's supposed to be a surprise. Yeah. So I know they didn't name whoever played Sauron in the Rings of Power. He was not labeled in the.
Oh, that's interesting.
Until the very end, so that you could like understand who was actually him.
I like that this is basically just like the main of this episode that we just watched. It was mainly just like train, like arch. Like,
yes.
That was basically, like, there's like a train yard at a point, but like it's not really much of it. It all feels authentic. I don't know if they're. I don't know how much of the void they're using or the void. What do they call it? That like that technology where it's just like a projected image, and it's like the Mandalorian first started using.
Oh yeah, like the green screen kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a green screen like replacement kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which it looks, it looks how it looks. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
But this show looks fine so far. Like all the backgrounds look good. I haven't noticed like anything.
I didn't have any beefs with any of it. If I probably went back and looked, I could probably find something. But if you're just watching the watch. It's fine. The special effects, I would say one of the best things about the show is the special effects are so good.
Oh yeah, it all feels believable.
Yeah, it feels authentic. It feels real.
The Chimera does this thing at one point where it opens up its gills or whatever.
Yeah, it turns it's like a cobra.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
and it shoots fire.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
Looked good.
Very
looked
cool.
Really
good.
Looks
good.
Him hanging from it looked really good.
Oh yeah, he was hanging from. He was like, and it was the thing where his fingers were slipping. And
visually the show is amazing.
He's falling like when he falls off the arc. It really or the arch.
It's hard. Yeah, get confusing.
Shut up.
No, I'm with you, bro.
Okay, thanks. So on the arc, he falls off, and
he's not one of the two.
Yeah, right. It feels like a skydiving scene or something because it's up in the air. I mean, that's a huge arch, and he falls down.
It's like 630 feet, I think, is what they said.
Mm-hmm. Very
cool.
High. You've been there.
Yeah.
And you thought it was fun. It was scary.
It was scary, but it was cool when you get up there and you can just see out. Des wanted us to go at night.
Was it scary just because you're in St. Louis?
Oh, no. Honestly, I didn't know about that statistic when I went the first time. We were walking around the streets and stuff, going to like ice cream shops and stuff, whatever. But yeah, when you get up there, it feels just like you're in a really tall building. It doesn't. When you're going up in the elevator, does
it feel like you're going like curved, or does it not?
It feels a little bit. It's not a lot, but you can tell that there's like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's very cramped. You fit like 4 people in each pod or whatever, and you're all just sitting in there. It's shaking. It feels really old. Like the elevator feels really old.
Probably is old.
Like, yeah, there was some random lady. She was like from Greece, and I ended up just talking to her nervously, like, I'm terrified of heights. She was me too, and I'm like, thank God I'm not the only one. But no, it was a great experience.
And your grandfather built it. Your great grandpa built it with his bare hands.
Bare hands. Only he did it.
Yeah.
No one else worked on it.
Pretty cool. Pretty nice.
Yeah. I don't know if he was just a simple custodian or
probably
what.
Just like put a little spackle on it.
Yeah, something. But he was there. Where was your grandpa?
Build it technically.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I've never thought about my great grandpa.
Yeah, sucks.
I don't even know my dad's side of the family like at all.
Yeah.
So I have no clue.
Same.
But we see some centaurs in this.
Yeah, we see that, and that's when you get introduced to, like we were mentioning in the previous episode, Grover. His ultimate goal is to find Pan, and bring
which
about
is bread in Spanish.
Wow,
He's looking for that bread.
It originated
much like Grover. I'm also looking for that Pan. You know what I'm saying, baby? Let's go.
Pan
Run
is
it
also
up.
what derives from panic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Pan would unleash.
From Hercules?
He would just scream, and it would make people panic, and that's where Pan came from, because he was the god Pan. So
wasn't Pan like in a Shakespeare thing, like a Midsummer?
Yeah, something like that. But in Greek mythology, it originated from like it's one of like like hate and envy and stuff, I believe.
But interesting.
Pan would scream and it would cause everyone to have anxiety and panic and stuff like that, and they'd run away, kind of thing.
Was it like that? Like in the show where he's like a nature spirit, nature god?
No, it was in the mythology.
Right, but I mean, was he like in the mythology? Was he a nature god? Like he was
Pan?
In the show?
Yeah, he's the god of nature, wild areas and
That's
stuff.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
You never hear much about Pan outside of the show and the books.
No, because I mean, again, we are bad with humans of not caring about nature as much as we probably should.
Grover, there's sort of a little slight character detail added where it's like, oh, I feel so bad for animals.
Yeah,
he sees all the images of buffaloes.
Yeah, because like human wise, like the Arch is more dedicated to like Native American history and like the buffalo and the Great Plains, and Annabeth kind of she gets better this one. Yeah, she kind of was like, that's what it's about allegedly, like on the surface, but it's about Athena because her kid made it for her, kind of thing. It's a temple for Athena. And Grover's like, oh, fuck you, and then walked away.
Yeah, I was gonna say his legs look pretty good in this episode.
Yeah,
they don't like. I feel like in a lesser show they would focus on them heavy.
Yeah, but to be like, look at his legs.
Yeah, his legs are goat legs or whatever.
I like more that you just see his horns a lot more.
Yeah,
through his like curls.
And that looks fun. It looks good. It's
no,
probably just a prosthetic.
It's very subtle, but it works. You know,
it works, and he's supposed to be younger anyway. He's only like 20 or whatever.
Yeah, 24.
24.
Well, I'm actually 24.
we see like a weird like a tree-looking person in one of the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Is that just an older one, or is that a different thing?
No, that's just like a tree spirit.
Oh, is it
so trees have spirit? Like the trees are alive.
Oh,
they are spirits
that's
that they can walk around. And
I like
stuff.
that. I like that.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, it's a little awkward, but
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
You cut down the tree, and the tree's like, "That sucks. Now I'm gonna die."
Now I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So we get fate talk and talk of Annabeth's mother protecting them.
You see the punishment of the impertinence from Auntie M's episode?
Because she didn't stop Percy from putting Medusa's head in the thing.
So Athena was all like, you're going to make me look bad in front of all my god brothers and sisters?
Not today.
Echidna, she's allowed in my temple now. Get her.
That's wild.
It really is crazy that the gods will do something like that.
What's the difference from the book?
Your daughter's 12.
Because in the book, like, she doesn't...
None of that happens in the book. They don't mention how monsters can't go into temples and stuff.
Yeah.
And in the book, Annabeth's like wanting to be an architect, so she straight up like stops the trip for a little bit. And says, "Hey, can we please? We're in St. Louis. Can we go to the Arch? I'd really like to see it and all this." And Echidna and the Chimera just happen to be in the elevator with Percy.
Oh, they just happen to be there.
Yeah, and she was like, "Well, they probably planned it, but he had to get on a different elevator than Percy or Annabeth and Grover, and that's when he runs into him and she like attacks him and stuff like that." But so it's a little different.
In this Echidna like punches out their window and
like flies into
the room.
From the train and stuff. A little different. It's not that big of a difference.
No, really. I liked it.
I just wish that they would have included that Annabeth more character development where Annabeth, you see more of her. She wants to be an architect. Yeah. You see more of her mother's side of I want to build things, because that's a quote I think in the book. She said, "Demigods and fighting and stuff. It's all about destroying and fighting and killing. I want to build something that lasts as a monument to the gods," kind of thing.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah, her ultimate goal is to like rebuild all of Manhattan.
Oh,
to be like a Olympus on Earth type thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I go back and forth with fate as like an idea, just because I used to think, everything is fate, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where I got this idea from, but it was like, well, we can't go back and change the past, so whatever you did was supposed to happen.
Right.
And that's an idea of thinking, but I don't know that I love it too much, because I think free will lets you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But in Greek mythology and Percy Jackson, whatever, you're like the fates know what you're gonna do, they know where it's gonna end up, but they give it to you in a weird way, so it can be kind of confusing. And then she even says like once you try to change your fate, or once you know your fate and you run from it or try to learn about it, like it's gonna just happen even more.
Which is why I'd argue like you have free will up until, because whether you can see the future or not, it's free will. It's you choosing that. It's like, oh, well, I was going to choose it already. Is it free will? Yes, because you chose to do it.
Yeah.
But the second someone tells you how your future is, then you're actively going against it. That's when I think you lose that free will, because you're playing into it.
Is it Oedipus? Is that
Yeah, Oedipus is... Learn from Oedipus, folks.
Or don't.
Well, learn from his parents.
Or don't do it.
His parents kicked him out.
Mom.
Well, the problem was he didn't know. He was kicked out. And then on his way back to finding out who he was, and I'm kind of like,
it's a wild story.
Yeah, he runs to his dad, accidentally kills him. Runs to his mom, says, she's kind of hot.
Even though she's probably way older than
Smash. The mom should have seen some sort of resemblance and been like...
Yeah, it was fate, though. That's the thing. It's like you can't fix it.
What a weird story.
Very weird. I think the ancient Greeks were just on some some different stuff.
Shrooms, most likely.
Probably.
You know,
that's a theory. I mean, that's
a lot of grape wine.
Ancient humans just be eating shrooms.
Yeah, they'd be eating anything.
Probably
they
hungry.
gotta live.
Hungies,
yeah, hungies. So the episode was a little weak.
I don't know. There just wasn't a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like filler is appropriate. I think. I wouldn't say. I think
they took a break from the momentum. Just say, okay, let's stop. Let's all talk a little bit more. Have a little bit more communication and relationship building.
They need to show that this is like a field trip or this is a journey.
Yeah.
So by showing them on the train,
there's gonna be downtime.
Yeah, there's gonna be downtime, and then like just showing them on the train. They're like finally getting to sleep. We don't think we've seen them sleep on the journey yet. So this is sort of like the middle leg of the journey. And I think the next episode will probably be some of that too. We'll probably get to some of the climax because
we meet Edge, who is
Ares.
Yeah. Edge is not his real name, but we just know him that from
like
WWE.
Adam Copeland or something.
Was he on Raw or SmackDown?
I think he was on Raw. Oh, he's on both for a time.
I was about to say. I'm pretty sure I saw him on SmackDown.
For sure. He was rated RKO, which is like my favorite team up of all time.
Yeah.
Randy Orton and Edge.
Randy looked like a dick too, dude. He had that weird devious
early
smile.
on. Randy was bad. Yeah, he was like the legend killer. He would like kick like.
It's hard
legendary.
to look like you're a dick like that and only wearing a Speedo. You know what I mean? Like that's got some skill.
But that's the thing. Like as a kid, and like they're all so juiced, they're all like muscly. You don't notice. Like it's just. And it's sort of superhero-esque because they always wear tights and stuff too, trunks, you know.
And they've got like the shoes and stuff, you know. They're not walking around in just undies.
Yeah, I love wrestling. I love Edge too. He's a great villain.
Yeah,
love to hate Edge.
Yeah.
But anyway, he'll probably spear Percy in the next one. No, probably not. What is it's the water park episode?
Yeah.
Oh, he gets sucked out of the air by like a water
we
tornado.
Circle back, so he gets back into he's in the river, filthy, gross. Yeah. River. What is it? What is that?
Mississippi.
Oh, the Mississippi River.
I think so.
And he's like stuck, and he's like, I'm not gonna breathe. I'm not gonna breathe because I'm gonna drown.
So like whoever the water spirit or Poseidon, whoever yanked him out of the air, like stuck him underwater. Like they put his foot underneath a rock or something.
Yeah.
It's like in Moana if the ocean was just like immediately like
because they knew if they didn't stick him, like if he wasn't stuck, he'd just swim back up. And it's like, well, we got to teach you something here.
You got to breathe underwater.
We got to give you some goods because this is where in the book he gets the pearls.
That's true.
So
and this is where the episode ends. Like he's underwater, trapped, and he's breathing.
I think another thing I've seen a comment: these episodes could stand to be just a little bit longer. 10, 15 minutes.
I would say so.
You know, you get a little bit more. You get a little more stuff put in there.
But at the same time, I can understand why they're trying to keep it at a consistent pace.
But 30 minutes just doesn't feel like a lot, especially when you're trying to do a whole book. Like we've got 4 more episodes, and I'm like, are we covering everything?
I bet we'll cover most of it.
I hope.
The last episode is probably going to be super action packed.
Yeah, or I think the episode before that will be action packed, and then the last one will be exposition dump with like Zeus and Poseidon and stuff. We get our final ever showing of Lance Reddick on the screen.
Oh yeah,
before he passed away.
Was he not in anything else? Did he not record anything else?
He was in the Adam Eve special that they did for Invincible. I don't know if he recorded that before or after the Percy Jackson stuff though.
Is he Zeus in this?
Mm-hmm. He'll be cool. Zeus, but he won't be Zeus forever.
Oh man,
unfortunate. Lance Reddick is a G, dude.
Well, it's good too because it's just one season. I guess it's really like one appearance.
And it's great too with gods; they can always change their shape. So next time you see Zeus, it would make sense.
You think they'll mention it?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I bet they won't mention it.
No, probably. But it's probably small. Most people, if you're a kid watching this, you don't even know who Lance Reddick is. You know.
That's fair.
Unfortunately,
this does feel like for kids. I mean, it is. I mean, it's not like it's like ultra. It's not Disney Channel original level of corny. But it is Disney Plus level original.
Yeah, I would say. I still enjoy it. I don't know if it's just because I've read the books.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's that like it's not overly mega corny. Like
it's not a phenomenal show where I'm like when I watched Loki, I was just like blown away.
It's not the Bear season 2, obviously.
Yeah,
but
watch it. It's fun.
It's different.
Fun.
Yeah,
you watch it. You see some Greek hero stuff.
I'm really interested in if the Harry Potter show will take this tone or if it'll try to go darker.
I'm scared that it'll do better, and I'm like, I've already seen good Harry Potter. I want to see good Percy Jackson.
Look, that's got a leg up already because everyone already loves Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's true. They've already, and that's the thing. A lot of people are like complaining, oh, this wasn't 1-to-1 to the book, and people saying the main way that you tell if a show is successful is if it pulls in your cast, or your audience, not just from the books. The book people are going to be here regardless.
That's true.
Does it pull in the main, like, populace?
Yeah,
and does it hold them?
Books are a little more fringe. I think books. I'm not going to say the books are like obscure.
Yeah,
obviously not. But it has tons of fans.
Yeah,
and people
obviously we were on 5 different subreddits looking at this. You know,
yeah,
there's a lot of fans.
Obviously, it has fans, but movies just attract. Movies and visual media show.
It's going to pull your bigger audience.
Yeah, it's more accessible.
No matter how you look at it.
It is more accessible. So it'll be interesting to see. I think this is doing well. I haven't heard many people talking too much about it, but I am on like the subreddits and stuff where people are talking about it. So I don't know how jaded stuff I really am.
I've heard good, I've heard bad, I've heard mid, and I fall somewhere in the mid to good.
Yeah,
area.
It's not like
it's not bad by no means.
Well, it's not over either, so we can't really judge it fully.
4 more episodes. I mean, that's half the show still.
Mm-hmm. I would say the first like 3 episodes are very strong.
Yeah.
So just having this kind of a mid episode is not terrible.
No.
And also, it's a cool idea. Like there's a chimera coming after you.
Yeah, you can't end every episode on a high.
No. But it was a cool high. It was. Yeah. I wish he did more against the chimera, but like that mirrors the book because I don't think he does a whole lot in the book.
No, he doesn't. This part is very. It's hard to make a show out of this, or an episode out of just this thing.
Yeah.
I think they did well with it though.
No, it was good.
I would give it a 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously wasn't bad.
I think so far the 3rd episode for me is probably my favorite.
You mentioned Annabeth's lightening up a little bit. She kind of says, she's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have been so hard on her."
Yeah, she recognized it, apologized. Her and Percy are getting closer and closer. She's like, "Careful, you almost called me a friend there." And he was like,
"That could be a girlfriend."
I wiped that up.
Do they end up dating?
Yeah, they end up dating. Yeah. But it's like book 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then right afterwards, they get split up.
Oh, okay.
Because of the Heroes of Olympus, he gets shot to the other camp.
Yeesh.
The Roman camp.
Yeesh.
But no, yeah, it's a great episode. Not the best, but not the worst either.
No, I would say it's mid. Yeah. It's mid to good, like you're saying.
Yeah, mid to good. Which is fine to be. Not every episode has to blow you away. Just enjoy the ride. Let's see where it takes us.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, tune in next Friday, and we'll have that next episode. We'll see how good Edge is as Ares.
I'm excited for him. I think the casting is pretty good because Hermes is Manuel. Yeah. Obviously, Lance Reddick as Zeus is amazing casting.
Yeah. I don't know who they cast for Poseidon. I haven't looked into it yet because I kind of want to be surprised. Yeah, I want to surprise myself. So, but yeah, great episode. Yeah, we'll see you guys down in the comments. Hopefully.